We're back. I'm going to paint my palm trees in here. I just realized I need to get a little of this building covered right here. These are mixtures of my mud plus a little bit of cadmium yellow medium and a little bit of cadmium orange and then white. I'm also going to put some ultramarine blue in there. Now this window is going to come back behind here. I don't want to do too much here because this will be dry by my next session and I need to work my little balcony wet into wet, but I also need this covered so I can put my palm tree in there. So there we go. This palm is, I'm using some of my mixtures from my other tree. This is phthalo blue plus cadmium orange plus white. I've already got it kind of some in there, but I'm just going to finish both of these palms. And again, this, you can see why I really like these bright brushes, the square tipped brush, because I can just use this edge of that and make my fronds on the palm. Now this guy's going to come up higher. I love these big lacy palms. You see them in Southern California and you see them in Provence and Tuscany, and they're just really beautiful. And when the wind blows, the sound of the fronds just going back and forth are really, really neat. Now what I'm doing is I'm bringing my palms and this other little trees back here. They're coming forward and the sunflowers are going to go around behind them. So that gives us a two-step. It just keeps us from having a straight line all the way across the canvas of that sunflower field. These just are growing out into the field a little bit further. They're not quite up close to the house. And this is the same way that I painted the other palms in the painting. The sun's hitting this one. Oops, it got too big. I can just, that paint back there is still semi-wet, so I can just lift that out. I want this to be dark. I want the sun to hit that tree then behind this palm. So these are going to be a little bit darker. Darker as they go up. And they all come out from that central trunk. Now this other palm is, in Texas we call this a Washingtonian palm. I'm not sure exactly, there's many varieties of palm trees, but this is kind of what we have on the Texas coast and lots of places in Texas. And I'm going to use a little bit of phthalo blue plus white here, just for these fronds are catching the light back here. And then all as the leaves dry out, they drape down and they really make a neat, they just fall down underneath the green leaves and just are really, really neat back here. Again, these are so far away, I'm not putting a whole lot of detail in them. We just want to get the feeling of the palms, but we're not going to have a lot of detail in them. I let those edges feather out into the dark of the trees behind. In fact, I still have some of my dark mixture. I can come back in and put that in. And then as we get toward the center of the tree, then there's darks. When the light hits this tower, this side of the building's in shadow, but the light hits this tower and then it also hits these palms. So these get, that might be a little bright, but I can always come back and adjust that if I need to. Yeah, those are a little bit bright. But you want some light there, so I'm not going to cover that over entirely. I'm going to let some of the light remain. And then this is going to be my phthalo blue plus white. Just catch a little of the blue back here. That makes those go back. And that's how I paint those palms. Again, these are far away, so I don't want a lot of detail in them. I just want to get the feeling of the palm trees. The detail will be on the building because that's more important than the palms. But we want these here just to catch the light, give the feeling of that sunlight piling in back in here. Okay, let's get a little more light there, and then we'll have some darks in this center part. And there we go. If you'd like to see the rest of the step-by-step process on this painting, visit my blog. The link is in the description below. It's also on the final frame. The address is on the final frame of my video. And you can subscribe to my blog. You'll get an email every time I make a new post. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you again for watching today.